Hello, my name is Ahmed Saiba and I will be giving a presentation highlighting technology's effect on business communication. Over the past 20 years or so, the technological revolution that has swept over the world has had a huge impact on communication in business. There are many different factors that businesses today have implemented into their everyday communications that help improve those communications by using technology. First, I will address how one CEO took to Twitter in light of a big company decision to communicate with both customers and employees alike. Second, I will talk about the everyday technology that affects internal and external communication between businesses and their customers, as well as other businesses. The third and final thing I will bring up is the difference between face-to-face communication and technological communication in group work, and which one, if any, is more productive or advantageous than the other. In 2011, Chiquita Co. was considering to move its headquarters from Cincinnati, Ohio to Charlotte, North Carolina for various logistics reasons. CEO Fernando Aguirre was an avid user of the social networking tool Twitter, and this did not go unnoticed. When talks of relocating the headquarters of the company surfaced, many advocates of the move took advantage of the CEO's activity on Twitter to state their case. The CEO welcomed and encouraged tweets about the move, and Aguirre kept to Twitter after the eventual move to Charlotte, establishing new relationships with the Charlotte community and maintaining the ones he had in Cincinnati. These series of tweets highlight Fernando Aguirre's activity on Twitter. The first couple tweets you can see are regarding his business move and are more professional, and the last tweet was in response to a follower and showcases some of his interpersonal skills by talking about the Cincinnati Reds baseball team getting a win earlier that day. This tweet is an example of an advocate of the company's move to Charlotte and how this tweeter took advantage of the CEO's activity on Twitter to try to sway him towards the Charlotte location. The tweeter acknowledges the CEO's activity on Twitter and directly in his tweet, then goes on to tell Aguirre the Charlotte Twitter community would love to have him. According to an article by IBM on BusinessInsider.com, IBM is one company that is finding ways to adjust to a new workplace by developing a new social email system called IBM Verse that is centered around improving everyday communication between individuals. In a quote taken from an IBM-sponsored article on BusinessInsider.com, it states, IBM Verse is a cloud-enabled and powered by IBM's analytics and advanced search. Its mobile capabilities allow you to access your email wherever and whenever you need to. And a variety of built-in social apps allow teams to work together and stay connected in different ways. This new email system provides a way for groups to work synchronously in ways that were easier than before, as well as a way for individuals to communicate with other individuals easier than ever before, making everyday communications less strenuous. An aspect of communication that may go astray when talking about how business communication is affected by technology is that of business-to-business communication. In an article written by Chris Lang on paymentsource.com, Lang states, in the next year, we will see a significant adoption and advances in financial technology, and including e-invoicing improvements, more global payment options, and new forms of connectivity. Lang is an advocate of these new technologies because he believes that they are necessary to improve and speed up communications between businesses. Rightfully so. Every day, communications at work are heavily impacted by technology. In an interview with Omar Murad, a manager at Lear Corporation, he stressed the importance of technologies such as email systems and fax machines, and was quoted saying, whether it is sending an email to a colleague or faxing over an invoice or other time-sensitive material, we use technology for various communications reasons, all just as vital as the next. Business groups are constantly put together and assigned a duty to fulfill a specific task as efficiently as possible. A study was conducted by Gail Strauss of the University of Illinois to test the efficiency of both means of communication, virtual and real life. Results showed that the completion and quality of the completed tasks through both mediums were pretty much equal. What differed was the ease in which information was communicated and understood through the mediums. For example, face-to-face groups consistently take less time to reach decisions or complete a given task. These differences occur in part because it takes longer to type than it does to speak, and perhaps in part because some aspects of the tasks are made more difficult because of the loss of information about other members' reactions, and whether or not they are ready to come to an agreement. This proves that mediums did not put the group at an advantage. This proves that mediums did not put any group at an advantage to finish a given task, but it did give the advantage of communicating more easily and quickly to the groups that met in person. This graphic, taken by an article written by Anastasia Trombley on hypergrid.com, shows the attentiveness of all of the attendees at a particular meeting. Some of them were present in person, others were present online through a virtual medium. It shows no clear answer to the question of which of the attendees were least attentive. Obvious factors such as taking a phone call or surfing the web were committed slightly more by the people who were attending the meeting virtually. Other factors such as checking of email and texting or instant messaging were committed more by people who were meeting in person. According to Figure 1, virtual meetings as well as in-person meetings generally yielded similar results when it comes to the attentiveness of participants, regardless of the means of communication. To sum it up, technology has been used to improve communication in business in a variety of ways. Some of the means of communications used by businesses that were exemplified in this report included social network, various technologies to make communication in businesses more efficient, and no obvious variations between face-to-face and virtual communication. Technology played a part in improving communications in all of these examples, and companies that start to pick up on this trend of incorporating technology in their everyday means of communication will soon find that it pays off in dividends. I'll now open the floor up to any questions that you may have, and I suggest at least 2 questions, please.
What?
Speak up, please, so Zainab, do you have a question? I'm sure you have some questions. I can go back to the slides if you'd like, if there's a particular one.
Why'd you call me out?
Because you're the law student, so.
Okay. Do they use technology to help them with doing work at home as opposed to doing work at the actual business place?
Well, I'm sure that technology can be used to communicate. The same technology they use to communicate at work can be used to more easily communicate at home. Just like the IBM Verse, I'm sure it's not strictly limited to work and business life. I'm sure you can use it in your personal life as well. Is there another question, Woody?
What do you think the next big technology is going to be in the future?
The next big,
as far as communication.
Well, I think that social media now is a growing factor in technology, even though it's not really a big communication thing. I mean, it is for personal reasons, but I think more and more businesses are going to start to pick up on that trend of social media and incorporate it more into their everyday communication means.
Very good.
Okay, thank you.